And I'm just like, wow, God, I feel like you're calling me to lead the next level of digital marketing and digital products. What's good, go-getters? I'm Erica Smith, a Louisiana girl who left corporate and dove headfirst into digital entrepreneurship. I took everything I learned in my 11-year social media marketing and sales career, launched my online business, and made $20K in 2 weeks. But it wasn't long after I realized that making money is only a small part of running a successful company. And looking back, I could have used a lot of insight and direction. So I'm keeping it real on this podcast, doing all the research so you don't have to. Mindset, money, struggles, and setbacks are all safe topics here. Get ready to learn the marketing methods and sales secrets to scaling a successful digital business that serves both your purpose and your pockets. Consider this a cookout kickback with a touch of table talk networking. Your journey as an entrepreneur is definitely the ride of your life, but if you're ready to go get it, you're in the right place. Welcome to Go Getter. Hey, what's good, Go Getters? Welcome back to another episode of the Go Getter podcast. I am your host, Erica Smith. And today's episode, y'all, I honestly do not have the words for it. I had a whole different plan for what I wanted to talk to y'all about today, but this is literally what happens whenever you have just decided to be 100% obedient to the Holy Spirit. So for me, today, I'm going to be sharing with you all my experience with the most divine prophetic encounter that I have had to date when it comes down to business downloads. So I'm not even gonna hold you. Let's just get into it. Okay, so check this out. Last year, I was in my office, minding my own business, and my friend Adrian stops by, shout out to Adrian. And he comes in my office and he's like, Erica, have you ever heard of this thing called MRR? I gotta tell you about it. And I was like, what you mean, monthly recurring revenue? He was like, nah, Master Resell Rights. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I've been seeing that on my timeline a whole lot lately. It's like when you resell something, right? So basically you have a course that's been created and you buy the rights to sell it to someone else. And the reason that it works so well is because that is the number one thing that I constantly would hear when it came down to people getting in their own way about starting their digital product business or launching a course. It's like, I don't really want to create the course. I don't want to shoot it. I don't want to film it, and the idea of selling a course that already exists was everything. So I understood that. But the thing is that truthfully, I was really just kind of trying to weigh my options, right? So if I gave away the rights to resell my courses, then I would essentially be putting myself out there and in the hands of people that I don't know. And honestly, while I knew that it was a good idea, I just wasn't all the way sold on it. I was just like, I don't know, because, I feel like I'm going to be out there. I don't know who's going to be reselling me. It's just kind of a weird thing. So I just tabled it. So fast forward to a few weeks ago, I'm dropping my daughter off at dance practice after church, and I wanted to stick around at the practice, but I just started feeling so sick, out of nowhere. And it's the middle of the summer. I'm like, why are you running a fever? So everybody in the church was like, girl, you all right? You got this, you went and grabbed a blanket. It's hot in here. You all right? I was like, no, I don't think I'm doing it. I think I'm about to go down. Not feeling that well. So they was like, no, you need to go home. So y'all, I kid you not. Normally I'm constantly especially if someone's dropping any of my kids off, I'll stay up and make sure they get back home safely, all of that. Y'all, I was out of it. I was knocked out. So I ended up having a stomach flu in the middle of the summer, okay? And I'm just like, bro, what is this? I couldn't eat anything. I was weak. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. And all I kept thinking was what? Why am I sick? Even the kids were like, Mommy, are you sick? Why are you sick? Yeah, I was down. But anyway, what I look at now when I think about that is that was a God ordained fast. Because around day 4 or 5, I started thinking to myself, man, I got to get up. I got to check on, I got to check on the clients. I got to see what's going on, because I'm still running my marketing agency. And I'm like, I got to see what's going on. So I make my way to my desk and I sit down and I immediately hear the Holy Spirit say, go to Amber's YouTube channel. So Amber is a girl that I've been following since last year, and she creates amazing content. I'm going to link her Instagram down in the show notes. But like her content is so dope. It's so good. Like she uses the greatest or best cameras, like all of the trendy stuff, just really great content creator. So he's like, go to her YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, so I go to her YouTube channel and I'm like, okay, well, what video or what am I doing? He was like, watch the most recent video. All right, guys. So I watched the most recent video and it's literally talking about her journey into digital marketing. So I'm like, all right, okay. Well, what am I doing here? Because I already do digital marketing. Like I already know. So he was like, just watch the video. I'm watching the video and she's talking about how she had a career in banking, that, you know, she was having this journey to get out and start her own business. And she wanted to get into, you know, creating an influencer brand. So she did that, launched out, did pretty good in the beginning. And then it kind of, you know, tapered off. And she started entertaining the idea of going and getting another job. And she ended up going back to work, getting another job. And she said that was at the end of 2023. So at the top of 2024, she was like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity for me just to go in and delete all of my social media because I'm just going to start this new career. So she goes into Instagram and she says, this was nothing but God, because the first thing she saw on her timeline was all these videos about MRR, Master Resell Rights. And I was joked because I was like, yo, the same thing happened to me around the same time, you know, hearing about this Master Resell Rights. So she said that she had racked up like $30,000 or something in credit card debt, and it was just crazy. And she really didn't have anything left, but she took her last $500 that she had on a credit card and she paid for the course. And she would, you know, come home from work, go through it. It took her about a week. And then after she learned everything in the course, then she applied it and she made like $2,500, $3,500 in her first month. So from there, she took it to YouTube, took it to Instagram, started promoting it. And now she makes no less than $20,000 a month with Master Resell Rights. So I already know that this is a legit opportunity. Like I already know, I understand that I've been in the digital marketing space for years at this point. I get it. But I'm like, okay, guys, so what do you want me to do with this information? Like, what do you want me to do with this information? Because we're already doing this. Like we run a marketing agency. We coach people on all these things. What do you want me to do with this? So he tells me, you're going to create the next level version of this business model. And I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? So he says, remember last year when you were building out your community on Mighty Networks and they were talking about people magic? I was like, yeah, God. He was like, yeah. So people magic is the idea that people come into communities because of the relationships that they build when they're there. So like the reason you keep showing up into your communities, the reason you go to events is because of the relationships and the connections and the people that you meet. And when you're in a digital space, sometimes it's harder to do that because, I mean, we're doing this all through a device instead of being connected to the person in real time. So with People Magic on Mighty Network, shout out to Mighty, you're able to be paired with people who have the same interests, connect with people who are in close proximity to you, and really be able to build those genuine connections and relationships that you would feel in a real world experience, but through a digital community. So this concept is just brilliant because it kind of creates this padding, like this internal padding where people feed off of each other. And then that is the product, right? People value the connections and the relationships more than they value the content that you put into your community. I don't know who that freed, but hope that freed somebody, because you do not have to create all this content. You don't have to be showing up 1,000,000 times a month. You don't need to be doing all that. You need to be cultivating community, cultivating relationships and connections where people are actually authentically wanting to engage with each other. So I'm like, okay. So then he says, go over to the Mighty Networks website. So I'm like, all right. I go over to the Mighty Networks website. First thing I see across the top, build $1 million community using People Magic. Do what now? Do what now? So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm diving into this and I'm just like, man, this is wild. This is wild. Now, at the same time as I'm diving into the People Magic, I'm also diving into the Master Resell Rights because my brain was kind of going with that. And I was like, I wonder who created that. Like, I wonder who's responsible for that. So I stumbled across a video that is pairing the two together. It's comparing them both, like two MRRs that you can get into. One is called DWA, Digital Wealth Academy, and the other one's called DBA, Digital Boss Academy. So these two business models are the same thing, but they're like competitors in a sense. So I was just watching the reviews and I see that there's this one girl who created EWA. There's another girl who created DBA. And I'm hearing the guy talk about both of them. And the girl who created DBA, her name is Billionaire Brooklyn. So on the side of the YouTube, there are videos that are recommended. And she's on one of the videos. So I'm like, listening to her talk. I'm on her Instagram, checking her out. Just like, oh, okay. So she's kind of like, modeling the model. That's dope. That's cool, right? Because success leaves clues. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just do what's already working. So I kid you not, I'm in the process of on this girl's Instagram and I hear check your phone, because if you really in the mix with me, my phone be on do not disturb, baby. I don't, when I clock in, I'm on do not disturb. The only people who get through is my husband, my kids, and my mama. Like when I'm on D&D, it's all good. So anyway, so I hear check your phone. So I tap my phone. Y'all, why Adrian text me? The same Adrian that I have not talked to since last year. While I'm sitting here researching Master Resell Rights and creating digital communities and he texts me. When I saw that, y'all, I was like, I know you lying. I was like, I know you lying. You are lying to me. I opened up the text message. Why he sent me a video that said digital communities. That's all I saw. Like I didn't. It was like how to make money with consistent revenue with digital. It was something else, but the thing that jumped off was digital communities. I threw my phone. Because I was so blown. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. So I pick up the phone. I call him. He picked up the phone. Hello. I'm like, no. He was like, what? I was like, no, And he's thinking that I watched the video and was like, oh, this is so dope. No, I'm literally telling this man, bro, I was just researching this. So I'm giving him the whole spiel. He was like, Eric, I'm like, I was like, I'm finna tell my story. You gotta listen because this is God. You got to hear this. He was like, okay. I give him my whole spiel about everything that had just happened. He was like, you didn't even watch the video, did you? I said, no, I didn't. I just saw the title. He's like, watch the video. Just watch the video. And then something said, look at the thumbnail. Y'all, I look at the thumbnail. Y'all know who was in the thumbnail? Billionaire Brooklyn. I told Adrian, I said, it ain't no way. I said, I was just on this girl Instagram 5 minutes ago. Like, I was like, matter of fact, I was on her Instagram when I tapped my phone and see that you text me. And he was like, wow. I said, no, this is crazy. So I watched the video and Brooklyn is in the same level of alignment with what I had just received from the Holy Spirit. So she, through her program, is now getting ready to offer the same thing, like with community. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. I had to watch the video on 2x speed because I was just like, bro, this is, I've never experienced nothing like this in my life. So I'm watching the video on 2x speed. I'm blown away at the fact that this is even happening. And I'm just like, wow, God, I feel like you're calling me to lead the next level of digital marketing and digital products. So after that, I sat with it. I go on my day. I'm creating all the things. And that is how Geaux Getter Society was born. So Geaux Getter Society is the world's first HCC. So in the same spirit of like acronyms, like MRR, Master Resell Rights, an HCC is a high commission community. So when you come into Geaux Getter Society, you're going to get coached on digital marketing and how to grow your business and create content, all those fun things. And you're going to build an amazing relationship, right? Using people magic where you can connect with other people. But the most powerful part about Geaux Getter Society is that I give 90% commission across the board. Whether someone comes in on a lower level or a higher level, it's 90% commission. And the other part about it that I saw the gap in their model was like their thing is like a one-time payment, which is cool, right? One-time payment. But when you think about the longevity of your business, it actually is not as great because you may have a really great month. Let's say you make $15,000 one month. Well, the next month you back at zero. So imagine if you sold $15,000 worth of product in 1 month And then in the second month, you're already starting the month out with $15,000 on your books. And that is true freedom. And then on top of that, you're selling a product that you don't have to create. And even more than that, it's a community. It's a living, breathing thing that's led by me. So like, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, this is a scam. Like, oh, this is crazy. Oh, it's not real. Oh, this is wild. But the truth is that if they ever have any questions, just direct them right back to the Geaux Getter podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring them over here to the Geaux Getter podcast, and I'm going to be communicating the exact same thing that I'm telling you. Like, it's not a scam. It's literally like inviting someone to an event that you want to go to. Like, let's say it's a dope party or a dope event that's about to happen. You tell your friends about it. You're like, hey, y'all come and you buy your ticket, you get in, right? Well, with Geaux Getter Society, your ticket, quote unquote, is your subscription that you pay either once a month or once a year. And it creates that monthly recurring revenue for you because you're getting 90% off of everything. Now, this last part is the part that really put the icing on the cake for me, because I was like, okay, so this is incredible because it fixes the problem, number one, of people not having to create a product. That was the biggest objection I constantly had to overcome, was to instill confidence that people could, easily create a course. You can use ChatGPT, or you can go in and get someone else to design your slides or design your website. And it was just such a big barrier with getting people to get started because, everybody don't have time to be sitting down and designing it, or they're actually just not really good at graphic design. So it makes it hard for them to, get ahead with that. So with Geaux Getter Society, number one, because it's a living, breathing community, you don't even have to worry about whether or not the product is good because you are the product. You being a part of the community is the product. The relationship that you're building inside the community is the product. So for me, Geaux Getter Society's level of communication, the vibe, the culture of everything we do is going to be around keeping it at a high energy and a high vibration. Geaux Getter Society culture is going to be everything, right? Because that is the product. Culture equals our community. We have to keep that in the forefront. So with overcoming that objection of like being able to provide you with a product that you do not have to create, you do not have to manage or maintain, you don't have to do all of that. I was like, yo, because originally I was going to be like, I can just give y'all the templates and you can create it. But I was like, no, I won't do that. So I eliminated all of that. So all you have to do is give them your unique link that's automatically generated whenever you join. So once you join Geaux Getter Society, you'll get a link that you can then refer people to. And from there, they're going to go through a funnel that our team has built out. And this is my most favorite part about it, is that I will be the one selling your people into the society. So basically, you send them your link. They get on a page where they put in their email to watch the video. The video is going to kick off just like this. What's good, Geaux Getter? I'm Erica Smith, and the person who sent you this video feels like you are a Geaux Getter and you should be a part of our society. Let me tell you about how you can launch an online business today, get 90% commission for a product that you do not have to create. Let me explain to you how it works. And in that video, we're going to clearly go through everything. I'm going to overcome all the objections. Like, you'll see it whenever you join. And it's just so clear cut and so easy for them to process the opportunity. And from there, they'll just decide whether they want to pay once a month or whether they want to pay once a year. And you will earn 90% commission off of that. And literally right after that, they'll get their unique link where they can then, begin to start talking about the society and send people through the exact same process that they just went through. So yeah, so I am so incredibly grateful just to be a vessel in this season. Like, the Lord's just doing so many things, y'all. And I know that there's so much going on in the world. Like, today is June 24th, 2025. And yes, there's so much going on in the world. There's so many things happening, but you just have to remember to stay focused on what God has called you to do, because ultimately He is the source of everything. He's the plug. He is the plug. And when you plug into Him, like, He will never fail you. Like, He's just always on time. It's just such an incredible thing to be plugged into the source of everything, So if you're even just a little bit more curious, or you want to hear more about Geaux Getter Society, make sure you go to heyericasmith.com/society, where you can put in your information and get to know a little bit more about it. My birthday is July 17th. I am turning 36. And for my 36th birthday, I wanted to just do a refresh of all of our businesses, our brands, and all of that. So Geaux Getter Society is going to be a part of that. And I am so incredibly excited to share it with all of you. I know that it's going to be a blessing to your life. I'm praying that, my obedience is something that, makes people feel like, oh, this is too good to be true. And I just want you to tell them, like, it's too good because it's God. Like, God is too good to us. Like, he just has so much grace for us, and we just keep messing up in life. We keep making mistakes, and he's just always there, So sometimes I'm just a believer that even though you may feel like some things are too good to be true, like, no, God is very good. He is very true and real. So before you be like, oh my God, it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. Like, no, like, this literally was given to me to give to you. And if you are even feeling a little bit pulled towards it, I promise you, we're going to have the most incredible ride with Geaux Getter Society. Like, my prayer is that this thing turns into something, my prayer is that the Lord's will be done. But like, I promise y'all, like, this is the most incredible thing that I have ever received. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful to lead you all. I'm so grateful for you all listening. And so head over to heyericasmith.com/society to get more details. And I'll be sharing more details along the way as this thing unrolls. But y'all heard it here first on the Geaux Getter podcast. I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Send me a DM on Instagram. Let me know how you felt about this episode. Let me know how you feel about the society. And I will be there to answer all of your questions and give you all feedback below. But I love you all so much. Thank y'all so much for listening, and I'll see y'all next week.